Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and today I thought I'd do an update video. I haven't done one in a while, since July, actually. It's just kind of a video so you guys who watch my videos know what's going on with the videos, so you know what's up. Just kind of some programming notes and things of that nature. I think having the other job has worked out, definitely financially. For videos, I feel it's worked out. I mean, if it hasn't, let me know. For the most part, I can still get them out in a reasonable time. I always have a Friday video. Not this week, unfortunately, but there really wasn't anything out this week, and it didn't, I mean, there was, but it'll come out later. The only week it didn't work out was the week after Halloween, because I did the Halloween week of videos, and that took up a lot of time. And then that Friday, I decided to see Ender's Game and Dallas Buyers Club, and I think I kind of burned myself out there, and I was in addition to all the videos, I was working a lot. So that's the only real time it's become an issue where I was just kind of a little burned out. So that's why there wasn't very many Wellman videos and things like that for a little bit, just because I was trying to like regroup, you know. That was just like a lot of output. The various programming notes are this: there will be another just kind of random movie I feel like talking about video, and that's going to happen this month, November. Next month it won't happen, and the reason it won't happen next month is because there's just like too many big movies coming out, so it gets kind of hard to do one of those also. So it just isn't going to happen in December. Probably not January either, but I'll get to that. In December, the week before The Hobbit comes out, because there are literally like 3 trilogies of Tolkien films. There's the 3 animated films, there's the 3 Lord of the Rings films, and there's the 3 Hobbit movies. Like, I think it's kind of cool that that worked out that way. So last year I did the animated Hobbit film, The Fellowship of the Ring, and then I reviewed the latest Hobbit film. This year it'll be Lord of the Rings, the Ralph Bakshi one, The Two Towers, and then The Hobbit 2. And then the year after that will be Return of the King, and Hobbit 3. I don't know what it's called. That week will be pretty crazy in terms of videos, because I think Inside Llewyn Davis that review will come out that week also. And that Friday is a Friday the 13th, and every Friday the 13th I put out another Friday the 13th review, and that will be the review of Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. And then of course the Hobbit review, and then there's like a bazillion movies coming out that weekend. So that week will be just crazy. I think it'll have a lot of output. Look forward to that, I guess. And there'll be a lot of reviews coming out then, just because of new movies, and I'll try to put in as many Wellmans as I can. As for Wellman and the Wellman stuff, I'm ending the Wellman series at the end of January with his last film, The Lafayette Escadrille. It's kind of the perfect way to end it, I feel. I kind of feel bad that I took such a break from Wellman, because I had to start working on the Halloween week of videos, and that takes a lot of pre-production. And so I had to put out the Oxbow incident, and then nothing came out until Story of G.I. Joe, which sucks. I'm going to finish it up at the end of January and try to get at least all the major Wellmans done. And then anything that's left over, or anytime, like, what if I discover a Wellman that I couldn't get my hands on while I was doing the Wellman series, I will review those films. But I'm kind of putting like a 2-month break on it, where I'm going to start my next series for next year that will go throughout that whole year. We'll start in February and probably run till next January. And it works better to end the series in January, I think, because December is so crazy between holidays and like a bazillion Oscar movies and like wanting to do a best of the year list and It's just much easier to end it at the end of January, so I have time to like breathe. So that's probably how it's going to work from now on. But Lafayette Escadrille will be the last one of a regular Wellman series. But if there are any that I couldn't fit in before that, or I find them later, or TCM plays in a Wellman movie I haven't reviewed, or I find a DVD somehow, or a friend has a Wellman film I hadn't seen yet, or Film Forum decides to play one of his silent films that for some reason only plays in theaters still, and they won't put it out on DVD, which makes no sense to me. I will still put those reviews out, but they won't be on a regular basis, and I doubt I do more than one Wellman a month. I mean, I want to do as much of his filmography as I can, and I think I will get most of the big stuff in his filmography. I think I'll pretty much do that. I hope I'll pretty much do that. The next series will be a more modern series. Note that I'm not saying director, but it is kind of a director series, but I'll get into that. The next update video, which will come out the week of the review of the Lafayette Escadrille, it'll come out before that. I will tell you who the next person will be. It will be a lot more modern because I always wanted to follow an older director, a studio director from the old studio era, and go through their filmography and go through pre-code and go through all the ins and outs of their filmography. And Wellman was always someone I really wanted to do that with. And I'm glad I did. I'm very glad I did, but it's just time consuming. There's just so many of them. And I think I would like to do it again in the future. I don't know if I will ever get to, but I'm glad if I was going to do it with one, I'm glad it was Wellman. And I'm happy with the work I did and everything, but I think next time it's definitely going to be a more modern director. Part of me is sad because I like seeing old movies, and maybe the random movie I do every month will be older now because I can't get that out like almost every week. I'm still really happy that I got to do it and I got to do these reviews regardless of their popularity, which wasn't there really. Once it's all mostly done, it'll be cool to be like, whoa, I really did that. Thank you all for watching those if you did. I got Instagram video, so I'm gonna try to mess around with that a little bit more. So if you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that, but if you don't, you can. And I don't know, I'm not putting as much effort into it as the reviews, and it's mostly just photos of my cats. I'm acting in another short from Matt Berry, which hasn't shot yet, but will shoot soon. It has previously been announced on the Facebook. When that goes up, I will try to post it. If you want to know most of the links and things that I work on, Twitter's probably the best way, just because I post links and things of that nature. Twitter, or I guess Facebook, my Tumblr really, if you want to see videos I work on and the reviews and everything, that's a good way. But any of those, if you check that out, you can see that and other things I do. I actually wrote a review for the WNUF Halloween special. It's the first real review I've really written for anything. I did it for this, I think it was The Examiner. That's this website. I'll put a link to that in the description. I should have made an update video when that went up, so maybe if I get a chance to write a review again. I was asked to because of these videos, which made me feel really good about the videos. I spent a lot of time on it. I would like to write more, but I like making videos, and I kind of was like, well, do I stop doing the thing that let me write these things? That seems a little stupid. I would like to write more reviews, and I've thought about having like a written blog. Maybe as I do more of a modern director and have a little more free time, I will be able to do that. That might be a good idea. I have like seriously no plans, and I haven't worked on any written reviews besides that one. I have done a video review as well. You probably noted if you watch my videos, but this is a written review. I think it's a different review than the video review. Comic Scans, which is the Tumblr I run with Earl Barrett Holloway, who does the pictures at the beginning and the end of a lot of the older videos. It's on the Find Your Blog section on Tumblr, which was a pretty big deal for Comic Scans. So if you look under comics, it's there. So Comic Scans has gotten fairly popular, I guess, and so check that out. I feel like I try to post cool stuff on there. I'm very proud of it, and I love working on it. I'm planning on doing another Tumblr that I've mentioned in a lot of these update videos, and I have been working on, and I want to launch next year. I'm more than halfway done with it. I think it will definitely happen next year. It is in the vein of Comic Scans. When I'm done doing all the work for it and I have like a design for it, it will go up, but I've already reserved the name, so it's happening. It's happening, and I do try to work on it kind of regularly. Hopefully it will happen. I think that's pretty much it. Thanks to everybody who watches my videos, and I appreciate everybody who comments and is supportive and likes, and even if you just watch and you've never commented or liked, I really appreciate it. And I know sometimes I have opinions that people don't like, and you know, that's just part of criticism. I actually don't think you should agree with a critic 100% of the time. I think that's a little weird. You should want to mix it up, and that's what I try to do with these reviews. Thanks for sticking around and watching them for all this time, and I wish you guys the best in all your artistic endeavors or whatever you're doing, everybody who watches. I feel like I have a really cool audience. I'm really appreciative for everything that my audience given me in terms of basically like love and support and things like that. So it definitely encourages me to make more videos and better videos. I actually, a funny thing, when I'm making this info video, and I hate when YouTubers say this and people in their vlogs, like, this is like the 5th time I've shot this, but okay. It's like when you're watching, you're like, I don't give a shit. This is actually like my 3rd attempt. I actually like edited one halfway, or maybe all the way, I forget how far I got. But I feel like, you know, knowing that people watch it has created this standard for me in my mind. I want that review to be really solid. I need it to be really good. If I ever put up a review I'm not really proud of, I really feel like embarrassed. Like, I'm like, oh fuck, there's a comment for that one? Shit. When you leave comments and you're like, oh, that was really cool, it makes me want to make better shit for you, basically. It's like, it really means enough to me that when I'm working on them, like, okay, I mean, if this guy likes it, it has to be really good. Even though I don't really personally know many of you, I feel like sometimes I do, but I guess I really don't. This is a bit rambly and long for an update video. Thank you all for watching and subscribing and supporting everything I do, and check out that WNUF Halloween special written review if you'd like, and keep checking out my reviews, and I'm gonna keep making them. You guys have a good day. I'll see you next time.